Dr. Marlene Tromp became the president of Boise State in 2019. She says she has loved every minute of it, even during the challenging times. There's just something special about her that a lot of people notice.
Yeah, she is front and center at all of the Boise State football games, and you could call her a super fan. But for Dr. Tromp, it's more than that. She wants to be there for all of Boise State's students on the field as well as off.
Our Maggie O'Mara caught up with her to talk about her love for the university, the students, and her job.
Okay, Dr. Tromp, so show us your gear because you have super fan gear here. Boise State President Dr. Marlene Tromp invited me to her office on campus to see her incredible collection of blue and orange.
A lot of the things that I have are gifts from fans. I had somebody's grandmother made these for me. They're these beautiful cashmere mittens, and they're so warm. I'll look for things that are getting clearanced out. Like I got these great, crazy, shiny Bronco Chuck Martins, and a lot of the stuff I make myself. So these are just regular Keds that I've painted, like literally with a paintbrush. And these are Doc Martens where I bought some paint pens.
People would pay top dollar for them.
I grew up in Wyoming, so I have a lot of cowboy boots.
Yes.
I searched and searched to find these cowboy boots, and I just love those. These were given to me by fans at the women's basketball tournament, the conference tournament.
Dr. Tromp is often asked if she only wears blue and orange.
Now, I don't wear orange and blue every single day, but very often when they see me at commencement, at athletic events, at, you know, some event where we're at a special fundraiser, I might be wearing orange and blue.
One place where you can be sure she'll be in Boise State colors is on the blue.
The football team, when I arrived, made this jersey for me. This is actually a regulation jersey. You may remember that I ran out on the field.
Yes.
That was the year they got me the jersey.
I love it.
This is from our esports team, and this is when our volleyball team won the Mountain West Championship. So
very nice.
Yeah.
2021.
Yes.
Yes, I heard about that.
This is a scarf that one of our fans made me and sent to me in the mail, and it just was so sweet. We have a group of fans who come sometimes wearing these overalls.
Yes.
And they took their own money and bought me a pair of these overalls.
They did.
So I felt really honored that they would spend their hard-earned dollars to make me a part of their clan. And so I wore these overalls to one of the games and got my picture taken with them.
And her Bronco glasses? We had to ask about those.
And when I found out I had to wear glasses, I thought, well, if I'm gonna wear glasses, I'm gonna make them fun. And then I thought, boy, wouldn't those be great to have for football season?
When it comes to her football game footwear, she has some must-haves.
What I'm looking for in shoes for the sidelines is something that'll allow me to run up and down with the team and the football and be right there with them.
Dr. Tromp goes to every game, home or away, and yes, she's often on the sidelines cheering on the team. Recently, a fan from the opposing team approached her.
And he said, "Do you always travel with them?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "And are you down here on the sidelines?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I've never seen something like this." So I think my comfort showing up where the action is a little unusual, but it just comes from the heart. I just want to be there where our students are, but I don't just go to football or basketball. I try to see every single sport compete. And that means that I spend a lot of evenings away. But I think what's more unusual than me showing up is that I just have a real passion for our students. I want to see them succeed when they put their heart into something. And so for me, it's about cheering them on and being a part of the team that is Boise State, no matter what they do.
And when BSU doesn't get the win, she's there to talk the athletes through it.
When you lose, what can you learn from it? And then put that aside, take what you learn and move on.
Dr. Tromp is often the first to welcome new students to campus. She even helps them move in.
Well, sometimes they don't know who I am at first, you know, and sometimes when I tell them, you know, I'll lug up their boxes with them into their rooms, and then I say, "I'm Marlene Tromp, I'm the president." And they think I'm messing with them. You know?
And she approaches the students as often as she can.
When I'm at games, I always talk to students, you know. And what I want to know is, how are you doing in school? What do you need? What kind of support do you need? How are you thriving? You know, how are your classes going? Are you making friends?
Even during challenging times at the university, this is where she wants to be.
I feel like it's the greatest honor of my life to get to do this work. I think that it sometimes requires making really hard decisions, Maggie, where there's not a good or simple answer, where everything feels difficult. We've spent so many years like that.
Yes.
But if what I get to do is to change people's lives so they can change the world, I can't imagine a better job to have.
Boy, what a great statement to end that story on.
Right. I loved everything about that story. I mean, her